Hi there. Today we're going to use the pattern that's shown in Song of Song chapter 1 verse 11 to unlock a message of beautiful craftsmanship that is taking place in your life. As you display the likeness of God through your life, you declare to the world around you the cost that's been paid. To begin today, we want to note that our verse is being spoken by the King. We read, "We will make you earrings of gold studded with silver." So this verse talks about the creation of jewellery. And as we discussed last week, the implications found in this image is that jewellery is an outward display of crafted beauty. I'm not naturally someone who enjoys wearing jewellery. To be honest, I never really knew how to wear it and I felt self-conscious when I did. But Gary, when we became engaged, he told me that he wanted to buy an engagement ring. And I suggested that he just go and get something super simple and really inexpensive. I felt like it was a bit unnecessary. But Gary helped me to understand a new significance with his beautiful response. He said, "The woman I love is worth a beautiful ring. And when I look at my ring now, it reminds me that I'm loved and that my now husband felt like I was worth the cost." If we research the meaning of gold and silver in both the Old and New Testament, we see that these precious metals carry both meaning and also a purpose. So gold is precious and it's highly desired. The message is that both God and his love is really precious and carries a great value that's to be desired. God's own character, his divine nature, such as his majesty, righteousness, royalty, and power, are communicated through the image of gold. And objects made of gold were actually set apart especially for worship in order to communicate a cleanliness or purity and the holiness, the value and the beauty of the one that was being worshipped. God is refined. Gold is refined to become pure. And the message here is that God carries out this purification process in his people, purifying them and refining them towards a character that is likened to be his own. We were made in the image of God, but now we're being crafted into his likeness. So silver is a metaphor for redemption, for atonement and the price of a soul. Christ made visible for you to see and to know, redeemed you through his death on the cross. The cost was his life for yours, and the payment of silver was made to the one who was willing to betray Jesus. Amazingly, the three personalities of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit have actually always had this planned for you. They stand in agreement with each other and they continue to partner together to create a character in you that is as gold studded with the silver of redemption. They declare that you are and have always been worth the cost. I find it interesting that this verse doesn't describe a gold or a silver medal that would be given as a reward, but it's the gift of jewellery given by the artist himself. So each time when we meet to look at a verse, I'm going to include an activation for your day or your coming week. In recent years, I've been challenging myself to step further out of my comfort zone, and one of these exploration areas has been to become more comfortable with wearing jewellery. I've started to enjoy the experience of swishing earrings and jingling bracelets and fun splashes of colour. Today, I invite you to join me in choosing to wear either a piece of jewellery or something colourful that just makes you feel good. Anything that's an outward display to remind you all day that God promises that he is creating a beautiful work in you that will be displayed for his glory. When you're reminded or you notice what you're wearing today, thank God for his perspective of you, for his artistic craftsmanship and the work that he is completing in you, and his grace in accepting you just as you are today. For some of us, the wearing of something that draws attention to us can feel uncomfortable. And if so, maybe your response to this invitation is just to come and sit with God and ask him to show you a fresh insight into how lovely you are to him. Ask for encouragement to see that his plan is for his own glory to be displayed through you and in your life for others to notice and rejoice in. In conclusion, if God was to make you jewellery out of gold studded with silver, he would be declaring over you that he, the master craftsman, is creating his own likeness in you, that his divine character is at work in you, and that your own character is becoming more like his own, that the cost of your redemption was high, but that he always knew you were worth it. That like him, you're an anointed deliverer of people with a role to play in bringing them redemption. But there's more about that partnership unlocked further into your song. My further reading suggestion for this week is Song of Song, chapter 1, verse 11 in the Passion Translation, Isaiah 61, verse 10 and 11 in the Message, Malachi 3, verse 3, and Revelation 3, verse 18. My song suggestion can be found in the video description, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just click the song found on the left-hand side of this screen. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.